Hello, hello, hello. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. I make videos for NFL. I don't do showdown videos on Monday and Tuesday or Monday and Thursday, but I do main slate videos. I post them on the subreddit. It's called DFS Sports. Only one S though, so DF Sports. I post all the injury news that comes out. Stuff like that. I think it's extremely important to check this out. If you ever have any questions about the slate, like I'll read some stuff out here. Palin, don't love Wood. Westbrook out. More interested in Lonnie Schroeder now. Gideon, I'm off the Thunder outside of SGA. Jalen Williams. Caruso in, think he's fine. Smart out, Brogdon and White look good. Kyrie out, really like KD. Grimes out, quickly looks good. McBride playable. You guys get the point. Simmons at the point, love him. You get the point. But people talk strategy here. Post stuff as well. Really great place to talk. And unfortunately, I just scrolled down and Santo, stop it, stop it, stop it, Santo, stop it. But let's start off with the intro. Pascal Siakam. I play this guy in the best possible matchups 3 slates in a row. I fade him yesterday. I fade him today. You guys want to know what he did today and what he did yesterday? He went for 117 points, 45 assists, 25 rebounds, shot 175% from the field, and played 127 minutes. Went for a 76 fantasy points. Let's take a look at what he did yesterday. In a terrible matchup once again. 79 points, 69 rebounds, 420 assists in 420 minutes. But when I play him, can't hit the broadside of a barn. We cashed. Taking a look back at my lineup from tonight, I played Markel Fultz, Emmanuel Quickly, Moses Moody, Ben Simmons, Domantas Sabonis, Dennis Schroeder, LeBron James, Thomas Bryant. So this was the plan for the slate. Also, if Discord's something you're interested in, I will have a link to that below. I'll show some winners tonight. Really good night for everyone. $33 into a $500. Really good night here for J-Ruck. By the way, everyone applaud J-Ruck. He's the one who makes the thumbnails. They are absolutely amazing. So, good night there. Easy Money Sniper with the 2x. Purple with the 7x. Cam with the 1.5x. What? Just really good stuff here, guys. Just really good stuff. Our Lace with 80 into $500 basically. Rudy with $30 into $250. 20 profitable night there, clever. Like I said, yeah. So really good night overall. But yeah, so this is what I was talking about with everyone. I said that I wanted to stack the Lakers-Sacramento game. That's what we did. I told them I really like Sabonis. I really like De'Aaron Fox. I really like LeBron. I really like Thomas Bryant. I really like the Lakers' value. So that's what a lot of us did. It paid off massively. I told everyone I liked LaMelo a lot as well. He went for 70 fantasy points. So paid off huge. The core that I had tonight was Emmanuel Quickly, Moses Moody, LeBron James, and Thomas Bryant. All absolutely smashed. And then the night core that I had was LeBron, Sabonis, Bryant, Schroeder. All ended with flames. Absolute smash. Really good day overall. So, yeah. Let's get into this 2-game slate for tomorrow. So, guys, I usually say to play small in 2-game slates, but if you guys want to go wild, do your thing. I actually don't mind this slate, but let's get to it. Spurs at New Orleans. Ugh, New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans, where are they? 12th in pace and 6th in defensive rating. So we have Keldon Johnson, I believe, questionable, doubtful. Jakob Poeltl, questionable, but I believe he's going to play. Probable. And Keldon, doubtful, I believe. So with Keldon doubtful and Jakob Poeltl probable, Vassell, Trey Jones, I think they're solid plays. They're not priorities for me. They're not musts. They're not going to play huge minutes, right? That's the thing with Pop. They're going to play low 30s minutes. I think there are better plays in the slate, but I think they're both solid plays that I think will go a little bit under owned tomorrow. I think Devin Vassell probably plays low 30s minutes. He's going to be the clear number one offensively. He's going to do all of the scoring here. It's not the best matchup, but I still like his ceiling here without Keldon Johnson. So I think him, Trey Jones are both solid plays. Jakob Poeltl at 6.4K has dealt with massive foul trouble and blowouts. I think normally we're probably going to get high 20s to low 30s minutes from him. I do like the spot here up against either Nance or Joval, so I think he's an interesting GPP play that I don't think a lot of people are going to be on. I think everyone is going to flock to Jonas Valanciunas basically at the same price tag, so if you want to get contrarian in GPPs and play Jakob Poeltl over him, I don't hate that at all. I think that might be an actual pretty good strategy, especially if we get news that Larry Nance is going to be in. We'll talk about that in a second. Zach Collins with Poeltl back, whole play, low 20s minutes. I'm fine with it at 4.9K. There's value on the slate, but I think there are ways to get contrarian. He's a good point per minute guy. I definitely do like him better in that second unit as well. So, I don't hate him. I don't love him, but I think he's a fair value. I think he can easily pay off that price tag. This grouping of Doug McDermott, Josh Richardson, Keita Bates-Diop, I think they're all solid values. I want to take a look at who started last game. I want to say it was Keita Bates-Diop. It was Keita Bates-Diop. And I think he'll play the most of those three. So I think Keita Bates-Diop at 4K is a pretty good value play on this slate. He is power forward. I thought he had a different eligibility. His power forward eligibility, that's fine. I think we get around 30 minutes from him. He's a guy that can do it all. You know, he's an okay scorer. He's not going to shoot the ball a lot, but he's a good rebounder. He can definitely stuff the stat sheet. Good defender as well. So I think 4K for Keita Bates-Diop is perfectly fine. Definitely do like him for value. McDermott, Josh Richardson, with no Keldon, they'll probably play low 20s minutes. I'm fine with both. Not standout values. If I had to pick one, I don't really have a lean. I think they're both basically like the same play to me, pretty much. But I think they're both firmly in play for value. Like if I was playing 3 max or 5 max or 20 max, they would definitely be in my pool. But for me, as a single entry player, I'm just always going to go the safest option and the not the best point per minute. I don't know who's the best point per minute guy between these three. I want to say it's Keita Bates-Diop, but I'm not entirely sure on that. But I'm usually just going to go with the safest option. So I think Keita Bates-Diop is the best value between those three. Sochan, he'll probably play, low 20s minutes, playable. But my God, has this guy been up and down. Very, very up and down. But he is playable as well. Let's move on to the Pelicans. So really good matchup here for the Pelicans. There's a lot to like here. Spurs, 6th in pace. Sorry, guys. I keep doing these mouth movements, and I don't know why. They're last in defensive ratings. So we have Zion out. We have Brandon Ingram out. We have Larry Nance questionable. I believe limited participant in practice. So I don't know if he plays here, but we'll go over it both ways. Here's the thing. With no Zion, I would assume Jonas Valanciunas' minutes are a little bit more secure here, but they have shown in the past with Larry Nance that they want to just split the center minutes and they'll close with Larry Nance. You would think, though, after what Jonas Valanciunas did the other night, that they would want to play him a lot more after that. But we'll start off here with CJ McCollum at 7.5K. I think he makes for one of the best plays on the slate. He's going to play close to 40 minutes if this game stays close. He's going to have to do everything offensively for this team. I think his assist rate, I think his rebounding rate, I think his scoring, everything is going to go up with those two out. So I absolutely love CJ McCollum at 7.5K. He is way too cheap. He should be a 9K player with Ingram and Zion out. So absolutely love CJ McCollum. I think Jonas Valanciunas, here we go. So if Nance is in, yes, the minutes aren't more secure. Here's the thing. He is going to be extremely, extremely popular tomorrow. This is what I will say. If Nance is out, I feel better eating that chalk because I think his minutes are going to be giga secure, where we could possibly see him play, close to 40 minutes again. If Nance is in, though, I think there is a chance that he could go back to playing like, mid to high 20s minutes. He's going to be extremely, extremely, extremely popular tomorrow. So I think he's a good, really good play, even if Nance is in or out. But I'm saying he's not an absolute lock if Nance is in. He's definitely someone that I could see myself getting away from, just because in the past they've shown that they want to split the center minutes. So that's my only concern. But I think regardless if Nance is in or out, he's a really good play. And then if Nance is out, just you play Jonas Valanciunas at 6K. He would be a lock for me, in my opinion. Just eat that chalk, especially in this matchup. So if Nance is out, love Jonas Valanciunas. And then the value, I think Trey Murphy makes for one of the best value plays on the slate. His minutes are going to be extremely, extremely secure. 4.8K is too cheap with no Zion. He's going to be the clear number 2 offensively here, outside of Jonas and CJ. So love Trey Murphy for value. Herb Jones, I think, is firmly in play for value too. He's more out there for his defense, but they're going to ask him to do a little bit more offensively with no Zion. I think he looks good. And then we're going to have to see who starts. My guess it's either Dyson or Najee. Whoever does start, I would like a lot for value as well. Najee is definitely the better point per minute guy, but they've shown Dyson Daniels has in the past been the starter when someone is out. So keep an eye on that news. But whoever starts, I do like a lot. I think not whoever doesn't start is still a solid value anyway. They're gonna have to play minutes. That's Zion was playing like 40 minutes a game, so that's a lot of minutes to go around. So I think whoever starts, whoever comes off the bench, that's fine. Prefer the starter, but both are going to play decent minutes, in my opinion. So let's go on to this last game. A lot to like with those Pelicans. Washington at Utah. Utah's 13th in pace, 26th in defensive rating. So Porzingis is questionable. I do expect him to play here, but we'll see. If he is in, I love Porzingis in this spot up against the Utah Jazz. I don't care that Bradley Beal's back. I've been targeting centers against Utah all season long. I'm not going to change that here. Price went down, so love Porzingis if he plays. Kuzma Beal, I think, are firmly, firmly in play too. Washington's running an extremely, extremely tight rotation right now. I think they're all 3 fine plays. If I had to rank them, Porzingis 1, Beal 2, Kuzma 3, but I think they're all pretty solid plays on the slate. We have Rui Hachimura back, so that's probably going to eat into Denny's minutes. I think at this price tag, he's still in play, but I think a little bit overpriced. I think the minutes will go down a little bit. Monte Morris at 5.1K, I think, is a very safe play on the slate. I think we get low 30s minutes from him. He'll have the ball in his hands some, not as much with Beal back, but a little bit. He can stuff the stat sheet too. So I think Monte is definitely a pretty safe value play on the slate. More of a guy that'll play if he's like a last man in. Gafford at this price tag, if Porzingis is back, I can't do it. Goodwin, this grouping of value I just can't get to. Goodwin's not playing enough. Will Barton's minutes are trending down with Beal back. He'll still probably play, around 15 minutes, but at that price tag, it's really hard to get to. Rui, I don't think is going to play enough after being out that long to be DFS viable, but we'll take a wait and see approach on those. If we get news on like a minutes limit, I'm like 100% positive he'll be on a limit. So yeah, man. Good matchup here for Utah. Washington is 20th in pace, and where are they? They're not good defensively. 21st defensive rating. So I think marketing makes for a really good spend up on the slate. I don't think a lot of people are going to go to him. I really like the matchup here. Once again, Utah is also running a tight rotation. We do have Sexton, I believe, coming back. I think he'll be back. Oh, forgot to say, if Porzingis is out, you play Gafford. Forgot to say that. Play Gafford if Porzingis is out. And then Kuzma Beal would look really good. And then Monte Morris would look a lot better. But yeah, I think Markkanen makes for a pretty good spend up on the slate. I do prefer him to guys like Kyle Kuzma. I do prefer him to Devin Vassell. I don't prefer him to the Pelicans though. But Markkanen, he's a guy that's going to do a lot for the team. Good rebounder. You know, I think he had a career high this game in points. I'm not entirely sure though, but he's been on an absolute tear here. Gets another good spot here against Washington. I like him. I like his ceiling a lot. Jordan Clarkson, you guys know the drill, has a really low floor if he's not hitting shots, but does have a ceiling if he is hitting his shots. It's just a GPP only play for me. Vanderbilt, I think this is chasing if you want to go back to him. I really do. He does have this type of ceiling, though. He's a really, really good rebounder. He's a really good defender. I believe, if I recall correctly. I'm torn here, man. I'm torn. I think he's priced appropriately, personally. So he's going to get ownership after having that big of a game. So I think I'll gladly pass. And then with Sexton possibly back, that's going to eat into Malik Beasley. So that's Sexton and Beasley would kind of be hard for me to get to. Mike Conley, I still think would have a role. He'd probably play, mid-20s minutes. He's been so bad. But the floor is there. I just don't think he has a ceiling. I'm fine if you want to land on him as a last man in. Now, if I had to pick between Mike Conley and Monte Morris, I will say if Sexton's out, it's Mike Conley 100%. If Sexton's in, I still think it's Mike Conley. Kessler gonna start. Been dealing with massive foul trouble, but I think we get high 20s to around 30 minutes from him. I like him. I don't think a lot of people are going to be on him. Once again, I think he's an interesting pivot off Jonas Valanciunas, so I do like Walker Kessler. And then I don't think I'll be getting to the value. So I hope this helped you guys out, and let's have a good day tomorrow.